Hello, we're back. Why is my oh god, that's my phone. Hmm. I hope my internet is fine. Not crazy. Mm. Suddenly my ping back to normal. I don't know why it went from 900 millisecond to back to normal. Hmm. Right. First thing first, weekly per usual. There is cryo. Hmm. I know how this thing gonna work over here. Bro, the man. Oh shit. Calm down, Nicole. 1 second. Ow. Oh, bro's dead. Rest in peace. Never, bro is alive. Not dead. Honestly, I prefer healer rather than Sheila. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, that one I caught. What the fuck? I flew. I gave that to the wrong person. Oh well. Is she using? Oh, she's using the correct thing. EM. Hmm. Alright, can I get the fucking the last thing? I forgot the thing called marrow. I think I got like 2 and 3. I need just one more, please. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Oh god damn it. Bro, just started, bro. Oh my god. Oh really? Bro. Alright. DPS Shilali, we got this. Yeah. Hey. Hey. How did I hit me? Bruh. Ow. Shake my head. Alright. Alright. Bruh. Really? Alright, good job, Maroon. I fully stop moving. Why kind of fucking... Why kind of... Josh, what the fuck is happening? What? What? I can do chest attack here. That's just fine, but I can't fucking do that over there for some reason. Finally. We got it. We got lore. We got lore, chat. Yeah. I did done this. Yep, I did done that. many. Alright, now what do we do now? I guess we farm then. Oh, my eyes. Artifact full. Oh, yeah, I need to. I mean, I can do it later. I need to farm like that bulk. Is this one? Nice. Again, I keep getting flower. Like, I keep getting good Good shop stay on flour and nothing else. Oh my bad. My bad. Oh yeah. How does this look? Wow, that's creepy. Oh my. Uh, uh. Nah. Alright. Go to quest. Yes. Holy shit. Easy breezy holiday. You are going back. I can't believe it. We are so bad. What is Frisky Litasha doing here now? Bennett? Are you back? Oh shit, damn, I miss being lucky. Hey, Sita and Paiman, hello. Back at the result of vacation, Bennett? Uh-huh. It might recall that I wrote you two letter and to let you know that a few months ago I finally saved enough money from all my well-paying commission. Oh, did you bring your dad? Finally managed to invite my dad and friend to the Easy Breezy holiday reserve for a proper getaway. My dad's really pleased to see that my streak of bad luck almost fully ended at Netherlands. Oh yeah, you definitely have to share good news like this with everyone, Bennett. That's fantastic news. It's so good to Yeah, no matter how many times you say it. No, if only we made you two last week, could all have a meal together or something. Wonder that the meal got wait till you to come over to Masa again. When you come, we find somewhere super safe and have a safe adventure cave dinner together. Hold up, Bennett. Are you saying that your damn friend are gone and you're here the resort by yourself now? Yeah, my dad were actually having a really good time here when they received news that Miss Diana, the cat-tailed diver, will be away on a business trip for quite some time. So they're extending their vacation and they decided to return the master as originally planned. That way they'll be able to get in a few more of Miss Diana's special drink before she goes on her trip. No, don't you worry, I'm not stranded here because of delay or lost boat ticket or anything. I'm staying here to help out a few friends. We were fishing by the sea when we ran into a few Asha and scholars. They appeared to be in some kind of tricky situation. Based on my experience before, I guess they were looking for some extraordinary treasure. Since these Asha are known as colorists, the treasure they were looking for must be some kind of super awesome color paint. That's right, aside from painting surface everywhere they go, the Asha also love to seek out color paint for their personal collection. The colorists Asha have discovered a very special color paint in some secret realm. It's kind of free roaming paint. It's like, and like the crystal fly, these colors are always moving around all over the place. The colors have no idea how to catch them. Oh, tell you what, let's ask help too. Let's go to that place and see what's going on. It's always a pleasure to helping out in a shiny. Yeah. Great, let's give this color a hand together then. I'll just follow you lead in the head. I really hope these shells can get a hold of the most marvelous colors so they can mix the most radiant, dazzling hues and continue just spreading their unique brand of joy. Mhm. Hi. Hi, Uma. I'm not a horse. Hello. Cool. Yeah, cool indeed. Manhattan heroine. I see. Uma Musume. I like to play Uma Musume. Unfortunately. What the hell? Oh, I remember now. This game. Wait, are we supposed to be friends or hoes? Oh, yeah. Holy. No, it's a el kadada pasa full Uma. Oh shit. What's that language? That's Spanish? Hey, yo, 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 give me. Yo, 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 yo. Bro, it's so hard to control these fuckers. Guys, I'm trying to fucking get this thing in, bro. Stop pushing it. Ben. Feeling any more good news? Oh, let me think. Because I was having such a great time locked in Netherlands, I was able to explore things I haven't dared to delve into before. For example, making myself a face suit set of adventure gear. Which got knee pad, legs, warps, and soles. All included. Those are the answer to item, but why it is? There's something you can also pay more attention to it. Protecting your joy and feet from injury is really important when you're on an adventure. Climbing with lot puts your knee under constant strain, so when you're moving through rugged terrain, you gotta stay sure-footed. One step and you could easily twist an ankle. On longer high. Oh, what's happening here? Interesting. On longer high, your feet might give up before your leg do. You got to guard against fatigue, or you might end up hurting yourself with it without even realizing it. That's when gear that cushion impact and protect you. That's when gear that cushion impact and protect you really come in handy. To that point there, in long run, you can never have too much any gear. You might also be interested in some tips of advantage you have gathered through years of trial and error. For example, you can chop up plant like Calla Lily, Calla Lily, and Soren Claw Squilin, crush them into flour and cook them mixture. Cook the mixture with a moving essential oil for a couple of days. Then pour everything into mold and let it cool next to the mixed flour overnight. After that, just trim it lightly and shave off the uneven part. And voila, you got a gear that even more shock absorbing than the prancing mushroom of the marrow. Just say with it on, you could climb the Great Volcano Toland twice in a day and your slow enjoy will still be fine. That sounds like a pretty straightforward process to me. Although I could probably climb the volcano if you tell me that. You know, if I were anywhere else, I would find myself stuck at a cookie bar. Hey there, something unknown get mixed into pot and the whole thing spoil halfway through or the entire pot explode and sand fragments flying everywhere. If I were shopping for something similar, I either end up with gear that doesn't fit me or something of poor quality. Not that they said they're trying to sell me something inferior, rather they might not even be aware of quality issue themselves. I just have to chuck it up to bad luck in either case. That's why I never have good protective gear before. While it's not exactly mission critical, but it's definitely affect how your adventure goes. So to get exactly why I need to finally make gear I'll be satisfied with during this trip to the resort. It feels so wonderful, so this is why I feel like to run with good install and knee pad that fit just right. Buddy. How about you go meet a fucking wire up and get blessings so that you can fucking keep your luck? Yeah, any of your other friends around here? Well, if you mean the adventure friend I met before, they all certified and go back home with my dads. The only one left in Atlanta, a few tourists from Monster who rode in with us. There was, I think, a wrestler with a horn on her head. She come up to me and asked if I seen a girl wearing a hat. Huh? Marissa? Comes up asking a girl wearing a hat. Yes, sir? I heard that the rest is some big shot warrior from the collective of plenty who deeply well dragon spy international cross country. Okay, Marissa. Make quite a few of the monsters that have made friends with the people of Nathan while we were looking. Precisely. Why are you pushing? Oh my god, guys. I got two. Got three, four. Keep your balls. Bro, you stole mine. Uh. Thank you, bro. Oh, oh shit. Oh, I'm pushing them away from them. This is what you get, boy. Go. Let's go. Hey. What? All right. We're on the same team, bro. We're on the same team. I just killed her. What this? Rainbow color? Oh yes. This guy doesn't fucking move. Oh my god. Last one. Two mobile ko. Holy brother. That's a lot of that. Peace. Holy. Mm. Yeah, okay, Sasha, very much satisfied, huh? And challenge complete for Wonder Sasha. Awesome, we did it. Is Sasha here inspired to start another hour already? Well, you know how inspiration can come and go in the blink of an eye. And look at the tragedy left behind. Hidden empowerment, the two of you should have it, for all the how we put it. Maybe next time we come by, we'll be able to see the colors of Asha masterpiece. Just imagine what kind of work it would be, especially when even the regular Asha already kept on coming up with such a wonderful color. But can't wait to see what the colors Asha will create. Maybe they'll come up with something beyond what word can describe. Maybe the color of phlogiston, the moon, the depth of the starry sky. Yeah, that's how it should be. If we come across a creature in some kind of trouble during our journey, we should do everything we can to help it. Who knows, maybe one day you receive an unexpected reward. I agree with Bennett. I just feel very fulfilling as well. But we shouldn't do it just because someone expect the reward. That we decide the point. Even if there's nothing in for us, helping find in need and seeing their smile return as things turn for the better. I like that feeling. Uh, we come in one more instinct. I like how to recall what we put back to the college. What do you plan to do next? I might be sure on time. See there's still few there before next crab when depart for the monster. On to try climbing the great volcano of Toland. And why I made this outlet to find a scenic spot on the outskirts to take in the view while being mindful of local custom, of course. Ensure you're safe and just steer all you want, but be avoid to make sure to avoid danger. Oh, yes, I will. When I'm in that life, unstoppable. I hope everything goes smoothly for you too. Let's go. Very nice. Alright, let's do database. Why it has no audio? Really? Alright, let me hear. Uh, just now. Maybe because I'm not saying anything and the music is not playing the game. I guess I just check. I do have audio. Let me just check this one. Yeah, there is audio. Hmm. All right. I'll watch her. Ah, Cry and Pyro. Guys, can I do it? Can you detect any audio and say, hey, there's no audio? Oh. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna add healer. Because I'm sorry at dodging. This is only healer, this needs shield. There you go. Honestly, my Chrome sometimes always does that. Like there's no audio, but there's audio. Also, the stream always does that too. He's saying there's no audio, but there's literally there's audio. It's only Chrome. Already, it's only in YouTube. Mhm. Burst again. But the RT still has RT. What RT? Oh. Oh, I didn't read the top one. I was ready to try buff Yae, but the RT still has. Oh, RT fell. I wonder if they're gonna change the artifact again. My bad, just have it. It's alright. I just didn't read the top one to get the context. I wonder if they're gonna change the artifact just like last time. Especially the Thundering artifact. That one has got changed during the Dendro era. When Dendro first came. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I refuse to die. Yeah. Honestly, the biggest buff from all those characters is GI. Especially the using the all what remove the totem. finally have a reason to go for the C1. Yeah, he even stole the spotlight. Yeah. Alright, what is this? What is the enemy? Okay. Alright. Okay. First off, limited skill. Of 75% power damage bonus. Limited skill. Um. Oh, that's for low hand, obviously. Alright, let's go with this team. Mm-hmm. And then we go with. I'm feeling Geo today. And I can't find character for the love of my life. Come on. Hell yeah. Crazy. Oh my god, what is that left? What is mechanic where you can brute force, guys? I want to sneeze. Oh, alright, then this guy need ice. Oh god. Man, I want to sneeze, but I can't. God damn. Bruh. Wow. Oh, yeah, Bennett, you're using the wrong weapon. Whoop. Done. Crazy. Banete. Oh, we're not using that. And you're using that. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? No space. Epic. Alright. Look. Bam. Ooh. Hmm. I wish there's ER though. I forgot base give you free use scam ball. Well, scam ball is scam balls. Sometimes it does give something. And sometimes it doesn't. Yep. Wow. Maybe it seems better than and bench forever. Wow, shit. I mean, doesn't really matter. There's this one. Go all to crit. Go all to crit, please. Go all to crit. Go all to crit. This one is worth reshaping, not gonna lie. Mhm. Alright, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Finally. All three. Yes. All three is here. Lord. Took me like 4 weeks already. A month. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Experiment report. Experimental subject. Acute toxicity test. Specimen 1, male, 43 years. Specimen presentation obese, with sign of mental confusion. Vital sign was stable. Toxicology screening indicate the presence of other drug in the specimen system. A route of administration. High dose oral injection. Reaction specimen exhibit minor extremity spasm within 60 seconds with no vomiting or distress in the chest area. Onset of hallucination occur at T plus 5 minutes, accompanied by cognitive linguistic disorganization, progression to respiratory failure, and death occur at T plus 8 minutes. I see. 22, male 28 years. Specimen presentation. Medium bill with sign of psychological instability. Physical restraint were utilized due to acute non-compliance. Vital signs were excessively robust, exceeding expected psychological parameter. Route of administration, high dose gastric gavage. Whoa. Crazy. Specimen report numbness in the extremities. With neither spasm in the limb nor vomiting at T plus 2 minutes. Subcussion, what the fuck? Subcutaneous bleeding. Subcutaneous bleeding was observed. Subject remained passive with no sign of combative behavior following the removal of physical restraint. At T plus 4 minutes, subject exhibited rapid involuntary eye movement indicative of hallucinatory activity. Mortality occurred at T plus 5 minutes following respiratory arrest. Alright. We're killing them. 3, male 20. Specimen presentation slim or bill. Appear fully oriented and alert. Multiple superficial injuries accompanied by intra-abdominal hemorrhage. Vital signs unstable. Route administration. Nothing. Reaction. Nothing. Female 35. Specimen presentation slim bill comatose. Vital signs were abnormal with no response to external stimuli. Administration high dose neural injection. Neural death. Onset of subcutaneous bleeding immediately following injection. Death occurred rapidly at T plus 3 minutes with no sign of emergence from comatose state prior to death. Specimen 5. Initial assessment. Disruption of vascular integrity. See the expectation. Preliminary data suggest significant practical utility. For the validation of protocols indicated. Investigator Zandik. Specimen 3 recovery signs identified. Find name. Pure fine. Segevich. Daxel. There you go. There it is. It's pure fun. Sergeyevich Daxel. Medical record, sex male, 26, complaint, true and true gunshot wound to left upper arm. Description complaint, in addition to true and true gunshot wound to the left and upper arm, the patient, GSW, the patient presented with multiple superficial injuries sustained in physical altercation. History, no known allergy, no history of past surgery, treatment, debridement, and suturing. Administration of oral capsule formulation 3 and topical ointment formulation 5. Follow up in 3 days. Post-operative note, vital signs stable, patient is non-compliant regarding the cause of injury. Is it being a bank clerk supposed to be safe job? Investigator Zandik. File level with new tab, regulator. Examination, male, 30. History, no known allergies. History of past injuries, frequent smoker. Isn't type regular, health condition good. Why is the profiling this kind of procedural document? The form all been submitted. Why have I not seen it yet? Zandik. 38. Condition good. Test drug. Trial version 2. Route of administration, oral injection. Reaction by stable, no short-term side effect observed. Observation period 3 years. As a result, tissue aging has been significantly slow compared to the first experiment, with the most significant results seen in preservation preservation of organ vitality. Neural function remained normal with no increase in anti-aging effect. Objective for net phase stabilization of pharmacodynamic consistency and prolonging therapeutic half-life, addressing this issue of cerebral aging. I see. Then the medical record, male, 56. Complaint, deteriorating vision. Description of complaint. Patient reports severe visual decline over the past 3 months, accompanied by acute ocular pain and unsensitive to light. No known allergy. History of passage is smoke of 30 years at 30 stick a day. What the fuck? What? 30 stick a day? Insane. Oh my god. Diagnosis damage to the cornea. Treatment corneal repair surgery, administration of topical solution X X11, and instruction to avoid exposure to strong light. Follow-up in 7 days. Follow-up examinations. Subject is recovering well. Investigator 35. Oh. Is the 35-year segment. Note, in light of subject failure to adhere to the recommended occupational safety adjustment, and subsequent instance of similar restorative or graphic procedure will no longer be added to the record. Experiment, male 72. Yes, drug trial, version 5, route administration or injection. Vital stable, non short-term side effect. 5 year. Tissue aging has paused. And cerebral neural imaging has stabilized, while the brain age has ceased to increase. Shit. Physical age of surgery is estimated to be 45 years. He's 45 years old, guys. Your fan is 45 years old. Research and development of drug for antidepressant pharmacotherapy. Of course not. That was just a joke, because fighting time requires strong mind. Because fighting time requires strong mind. Anti-aging. The clinical data obtained from the autopsy of Zandig has been utilized to explain that. Oh, damn. Is when he dissect himself. Assessment suggests that any subsequent iteration are unlikely to yield breakthrough, period, progress, and the maintenance of observed effect is contingent on the subject adherence to scheduled drug regimen. The current report hereby concluded. Investigator 35. This is segment 35. Medical record. Male 103. Acute upper gastrointestinal bleeding. Description complaint. Patient report history of high intensity, high stressful, and irregular meal over the past 6 months. Emergence of persistent epigastric pain without obvious trigger 3 days ago, accompanied by nausea and vomiting. No known allergy. History of passenger, long time smoker. Yeah. Patient declined stomach transplant after for more conservative treatment instead. Administered administered oral capsule 5 to 3, and instruction to adhere to consistent nutritional schedule and ensure adequate rest. Investigator 45 is the one that on the boat when first saw him. Medical record, male 175, difficulty breathing due to pneumonia. Well, there you go. Patient present with difficulty breathing on exertion, along with persistent fatigue and chest pain. Examination revealed extensive necrosis of lung tissue. Sorry, no known allergy. History of past surgery. Worker 145 years. Non-transplant surgery. Patient is recovering well. Smoking cessation. Stop smoking, bro. Investigator 65. Is this the doctor mask one? The chance of patient actually quitting are low. As such, any subsequent complaint of similar nature will no longer be added to the record. Male, 220 years. Oh my god. Chemical burn. Complaint. Patient was assaulted 4 hours ago. Presented with chemical burn to the forehead from exposure to high concentration meats solutions. No knowledge. Non-touch smoker as 10 stick days currently. Oh, it decreased from 20 to 10. Skin graft surgery. The patient is recovering well, albeit with a newly acquired sensitivity to anesthesia similar due to damage to the skin barrier. Recommendation minimize field-based duty, but that's not something I can help. Investigate to 18. I think is the is that could be one. Male 2021. 1 year later, surgery of immune system, integrated surgical intervention and pharmacotherapeutic management. Experimental result, complete psychological restitution. The story is concluded. Congratulations to the patient who may now continue to enjoy the useful product made of alpaca wool. Thank you. Medical record, man, 2012. Bro, 100 years later, bruh. Is it can trivial mental like this does not call for violence. How can one pass out the community in the occasion where the great paternal got announced after ripping over her bedpost? It's a refugee, passenger, long-term smoker, routine wound care, put on glasses. Haha, I have to find them first. You have to keep an eye on them then. Bruh. I like the 8 year. I like the Dead Doctor Ray segment. It's funny. 2059. Poisoning. Patient present with liver failure. Suspected poisoning within past 12 hours. Has regained consciousness twice following admission. Serology. 8 stick a day now. Emergency resuscitation and liver transfer. Patient slowly stabilizing. 35. Patient requested a replication of the poison in question. Due to current project commitment, the request has been transferred to 35. Man, 400 years old, bro. What the hell? Sunshine, very sure effect of long-term consumption elixir removes on the brain and the other organ. Localized anatomical dissection. Experiment duration 1 hour 30 minutes and 52 seconds. Experiment results. Subject regain consciousness with vital sign assessed as stable. Able to attach table for more detail. Investigated 354565. Insisted by 8 1835. Multi-user administration of this file concluded. Record are not closed enough for the update are permitted. Which the computer is handful solely responsible of the undersigned, and this file hereby sealed and archived. Oh shit. I know that they're talking to themselves. Might not be saying, do you want you take it? As it hurts like that you left it in the drawer somewhere. I look. It's not in any of them. But you look in the dispensary. If you still recall, you know that my dispensary may not be accessed by this younger than 18-year-old. What does this notebook look like? It's notebook with a black cover. It's the kind they give out to all fatui. Is there something important written in the notebook? My sorry proposal is there. You're not planning on adopting an R&R for your experiment, are you? Ah ha 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 ha. What's so funny? Don't you find that so dishonorable? Seriously, are you saying you're adorable? Sandy, what's the matter with you? Why are you so quiet over there? Well, the culprit has to keep low profile, does he? I'm the one who threw it out. Why do you do that? Because you look so childish. Man. The all of you received the notice about the Robin gathering? That's different. If you receive it, it means we all did too. One of us has to sign on it to confirm receipt. Will you do it? I'm just signing it. Whoever side goes, I have to report, right? Then how about I just give you the day off since I'm the one you will be handing the report to anyway? No thanks, it's done. Are you going? Do you lose a bet on it? Apparently we have a new colleague. I want to go check things out. Is this Scaramouche? No, 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 no. Who's gonna be? I barely remember that was maybe in my 40s when I started becoming more of an introvert. And we lost our sense of compassion at the age of 8. Ugh, there. Not like I'm going to be compassionate to work anyway. I just want to get a feel for this new one. How they are in HR? I for one hope they are in finance. What's what we internally? He rejected my request. Hehe. Maybe it was just administrative issue. How was the party? Meh, just some younger transfer in from another branch. Is she younger or does she look like one? I never asked question as rude as that, but based on my experience, it should be the latter. Is this I'm too lazy to this. I mean, how is Sarisa now anyway? I never really kept track. Do you know the answer? You tell him. It's total waste of time. Why? Can I be curious? Madam Colomina, Miss Colomina. Just call her by my name. Miss Colombina. I never asked question as rude as that. Wow. It's called by her name. She feels so approachable for some reason, don't you think? Just because she look like she could do with a bit of care and concern. And because she looks starving miles away from everything that's going on. Let's say now that everything will be good news. She's the one that Sarisa take a liking to recently. And since she isn't actually involved in any of Sarisa's affair, I'm glad that she is the affair herself. Ever Sandro just came in. Leave it, articulate it later. There's no real need to look at it anyway. Her theories are also behind the time, and she's not exactly pioneering in her research either. If you ask me, she's actually more interesting than her science. If you're talking about her test, well, that's fair. When duty shift today, the equipment in the operating room was just replaced. I need your signature for the delivery. This must be the gift from the equipment supplier, but why wasn't it mentioned in the letter? I just saw it myself. Yeah, the one who need help are always the easy to talk to. That's what I always thought. Besides, I like how sincere she seemed about wanting to work with us. You're so cocky when you think you hold all the power. I love to see your face when it's your turn to put in a project funding request. You have to have a united front on this. Dr. is supportive, but also letting things play out as they will. That makes sense. Oh, by the way, remember to attend the meeting called by the Capitano tomorrow morning? Right, right. Which one of you was at the cafeteria earlier? Was it you? How do you know? I ran into Rooster, and he said, didn't you just have your meal a few moments ago? Jester might have noticed something wasn't quite right. Jester, you. Not quite right too, but he didn't say anything. Maybe because he was raised right? Or maybe he was just unsure. That's not my suppose. Who can really tell the whole lot of me apart? There's only one me. Zandy is the main, and not a segment. The main doesn't count. He doesn't count? Uh-huh. If you ask me, neither of you nor me are truly me. The main just died and the body is still fresh. I need all hands on deck. We need to prepare for autopsy and start recording now. Why are you recording? But do you have to be so excited? In all honesty, our sheer lack of imagination of this in this matter is almost impressive. You actually not feel sorry for Zandy. You're the one who was closer to him. Of course I feel sorry for Zandy. Am I not Zandy myself himself? You're right, I feel safe. It's time for us to show some emotional compassion for ourselves. We should be able to develop drugs that work better on us since we are experimenting on our body. Let's get to it. I'm so excited. An overwhelming sense of familiarity come over you the moment you touch the tree mirror. Though you cannot quite pinpoint the source of this estrangement, it is as if you are thinking and standing still at the same time. You sense information quietly entering your mind while other data surface, both in a way that render them in their most easily readable form. It then dawns on you. This flood of information comes from a soul, taking the form of digitized memories. However, you feel neither irritation or excitement that flow through your mind like water, and you observe it all with total calm and equanimity. I should attend this meeting. I told myself. Truth be told, not a single one of myself occupied a critical position in my world. But an ample proliferation of my myriad self ensure a perpetual surplus of manpower ready to dispose of whatever trivialities might crop up in this world. 35 years old me cast a sidelong glance at me, let out a cold laugh, and walk away. It is impossible to define the principle by which we are ordered or ran. In truth, there is no formal hierarchy between us. However, the mere adoption of the epithet doctor immediately established a relationship of superior to subordinate with the others individual in the organization. I head to that secret meeting where Pierre explained the detail of that so-called false sky. The immediate revelation of that false sky is of little consequence. I have no use for it. It is not while my hands are full of far more pressing research. That being said, the question of what lies beyond the sky is a curiosity worth pondering. I recorded the detail and told Piero quite frankly that perhaps one day this secret could be exchanged for even more useful commodities. Piero offered a rather committal chuckle. But Pentagon signaled his agreement with my appraisal without saying a single word otherwise. As for Puccinella, he mumbled a few choice phrases, mostly regarding some confidentiality agreement. NDA! I had no interest in I have no interest in explaining myself further. That day will eventually come sooner or later. The the deficit, the deficit in our life specific data in this phase of new drug trial has been substantial. I suppose a shift in experimental focus is necessary, even if it requires a task of persuading myself to comply. The lifespan of human is relatively and their physical vessel altogether fragile. Fantasy of immortality is also common merely because people remain pathetically trapped by their own limitations. It has been some time since my return from Sumeru, from that operation where I lost me, myself, and I. From that operation where I lost me, myself, and I, among others, a suitable reduction in burden thus one day for the bird. Besides the two noses as care bound to please the Ceresa. At Zapolярny planets, I come to Sandrine and Clemina. Though they are frequently seen in each other's company, they invariably maintain a distance of few feet between them. As I walk past them, suddenly there are short scoff. I present the battle trophy during my audience with the Sisa, also inform her that I have given certain secret to Lord Zendro in exchange as a necessary expenditure. That Pulchina, who usually has so much to say about keeping secret, remained uncharacteristically silent today. I don't know that too. Offer no objection. Content to serve as little more than a decorative vessel at the proceeding, while the other Harbinger were not in their attendance. They will hear of this soon enough. Even the lesser lord personally was once moved by the secret Pierrot. Four descendants have come to Tevat, and the third was erased for violating the one rule. Though the matter of that erasure remains mystery. One rule? Oh shit. As for the other three, I need only to utter their number for her to understand immediately. The pensive silence that followed on her part was quite telling, really. It must surely stir from her relation with that posty sender. What does that mean? What does that mean? Eh, No, wait. Hmm. Oh, is this talking about Nahida? A friend of mine believed that my selfishness is not limited to others, but also aim at myself in a manner that has long since transcended conventional definition. He did subsequently realize that he had spoken out a but pedestrian notion like convention. I mean absolutely nothing when one is dressing a member of Fatui. I find the operation room wonderfully serene, blissfully free from the incessant disturbance of my segment. It is a place where I can enjoy more of ease, reflect on myself to an appropriate degree, of course. Splitting the soul is not the most formidable obstacle. The next issue I must address is the mechanism of transfer to ensure that the soul reaches its designated location. First, we conquer the living world, then we head to the world beyond death. I expect to begin with the animal experiment. We can use the soul of other as the subject of our experiment. Phase two of the soul experiment is concluded. We lost the state below projection. Evidently, the channel of transfer is more critical than the total volume. Digitalization. That's not the idea. I perceive a truly magnificent scene. One half of my soul entered the ley line to death, while the remaining half is ejected as pure data. My two half will then navigate through those pathways to converge with the information of the past. It will be possible for me in this manner to achieve preservation of my memory. We might consider that as one of death's rare oversight. Something that is even more eternal than eternal life itself. Hey, an immortal recall will certainly satisfy that definition, of course. Catch the feeling of sound of laughter, and like a thunderclap, it jolt your awareness back to surface. Only free from the memories that nearly buried, you let go of the tree marrow abruptly and wipe your face. You expected to find flat, but there is none. It's all an illusion. You try to trace the contour of this rather indistinct sensation, but it feels almost impossible. Morality and purpose, benevolence and malice. All that was originally good and virtuous within you is resisting every possession from those memories that don't belong to you. After an indeterminate amount of time, perhaps a second of time, and you finally got hold of and put this energy object way to your back. Your back. Holy! Careful game. Oh god. It's like again, I once again pursue some precious historical record related to the seven pillar of King Dashret, among the God King, various pillar. The three kings stand out for their vastly different varying temperament, yet they have steadfastly remained companions to this day. While their shared experience of imprisonment in Aru was certainly a factor, I believe the primary reason for this is their insistence on playing cards to ease their boredom throughout their long ordeal. As you know, this is also a principle I have long subscribed to, and not really a new discovery by any means, but the strong never miss an opportunity to grow. The wisdom shown by the Three King has also given me a fresh spark of inspiration. Compared to card games which are rather competitive and fast-paced, chess is a more family-friendly game. Do you know why? Because chess is really check, full of cheer. Having a Have you said that? Have you thought of how you to counter the chess salt? I'm about to lunch. Come play around with me. No. What? Sludgy. Who? Oh, holy Lord. Hey, well, alright, before I start reading, it was a golden age that has lived on only in the memory of a bygone world. An age when every choice was permitted. The first race to sail into the void carried with them a precious innocence, as the newborn people of the young universe frittered away their blessing without restraint. Over a billion of years, the fire of civilization lit up the endless star and ship moved through countless scale of star, adventure, conquest, and legends beyond imagining today unfold without end in the sea of stars. There is until the fate of Kosovo was severed thread by thread, and giant and dwarf alike meet the same end. At first, it was no more than mass hysteria or the fading of a dream. Then, in the silence of the night, the entire civilization was erased. Next, extinguished 12 stars streaked across the firmament, like tears, and the ember of burned out sun wrapped the very fabric of space. Extinguished 12 stars. Extinguished means already gone, so it is black dwarf. But the sky looks red during the trailer. Either it's something else or it's red dwarf. It was only when the entire galaxy evaporated into a void deeper than darkness did people finally came to realization the scale of the catastrophe. It is the cold death of the universe. The descendant of the ancient rose in defiance, and over the million of years that followed conquered time and space in turn. Yet the farther they pushed into the unknown, the more they understood the futility and sorrow of their struggle. The once glorious civilization that set out alongside them had long since vanished without trace. To escape the annihilation that will one day engulf them all, those once passionate pioneers seal off the pathway that spanned the cosmos. They retreat to giant void amidst the universe galaxy through the lightless edge of perception as they collage the last faint trace of hope. The first people who have mastered Laton send forth chroniclers toward the limit of baryonic matter in the hopes of finding the answer at the very last particle of existence. As starlight wheel on and the beacons upon the star chart went out one by one, they at least extend their probes to the very end. There all light had vanished, and all possibility was spent. Even the finest motes of dust has drifted apart. There was no turning point, no miracle to be found at the very end of fate. All that remained was a void of utter chaos and darkness. Every equation they had uncovered, every constant they had defined, now stood in silence, proclamation of their end. It was in that moment that their history came to close. Perhaps this so-called race that has transcended time was, in the end, nothing more than prisoner keeping vigil over a graveyard of stars. Without brilliant world of civilization, maybe, it shall in the end fall to its destined ruin and despair. And yet, why does the voyager who wandered the void still dream of a dragon and a fragile little world? After untold millennia of silent contemplation, just before the end of cash out, we hear the sleeping voyager finally awake. Whoa. The sky had been set ablaze by the blistering ember, which had also mingled with the rain and blood. Night had turned brighter than day. From the heaven fell a stellar spike that stirred the very star, its brilliance dimming even the light of the false sun. In the great city upon the frozen earth, the light burned just as bright. This great council hall, lined with banners of every design, the arrow defiance ready to fly, their aim fixed upon the heavenly city. Even the newborn fae were now armed for war. The rebel leader knew the final hour had come. Rather than clinging to life, they chose to face death with equanimity. Yet the highest angel of them all stopped by a little preaching hole in the outskirts, for she wished to speak her final word to the first awakened. What do you see in your eyes? New hope or fate seal in death? It was not to be not this may not be the ending we wanted, but for you and me it is enough. For the detractors, she was the heaven eldest daughter, who had been led astray by the temptation, but those born in chains could never grasp the value of freedom. Those born in chains refused to believe that the exhausted boy would dare betray the divine, just as they dare not face the lies of the sky. Upon the platform stood a body once mortal, and since worn and broken by the toll of the ages. In those starlit eyes a golden flame flickered and then faded. Her final answer in the end was nothing more than long silence. Even knowing that at the end of fate, what awaits this world is a destruction none can escape. Like mayfly, they live and die in the span of a day, and still they fight for future thousands of years away. Bars. Hope still rests with the ordinary people, and from among them, something greater will one day emerge. But we have bought too little time, not enough for a miracle to take root in this age. You have lit the first flame, but this was never your war, and you should not have to bear a sin that was never yours. My dear Planet, you who woke me from my dream of ignorance, pray, while there is still time, return to the world to which you belong. Then of judgment cast its shadow upon the earth, as the mind of she who walked before the rest linger in the dream, left unfinished upon the desolate land, even if it mean that she will be bound for 10,000 years. And that's the snow of the far north will sink into shadow unknown even to the God. Observe, calculate, record, and describe. Every world within the reach of wisdom is being engraved into the eyes of the void. For some reason, the race that claim to have transcended time continue to carry out the internal mission among the stars, despite the knowledge that the darkness which erased existence itself was inevitable and beyond all return. The chroniclers, the descendant of the ancient, remain faithful to their mission, engraving every star into memory, and this voyager, newly awakened from the void, was but one among the countless chroniclers. Though its light has dimmed greatly from remembered billions, the starry expanse all around still bore witness to existence in its desolation. Yet it was not far beyond the voyager's expectation, for it aligned almost perfectly with the calculation of the celestial chart. One detail diverged, however, a single point of light absent from the star map, but the image departed slightly from what was foretold. In the memory she had archived in the library of her distant homeworld, it was a newly born, habitable planet, but now it lay shrouded behind several impenetrable field. Its primordial flame stripped of the radiance it was meant to bear. She called on a memory long consigned to dust, a memory of how once upon a time she had visited the four sovereigns who ruled that world. Where had its former master gone? And where had the newest descender built the chair that bound all life within? The chroniclers, kind abided by ancient law, one of which was never to interfere with what they have observed. However, should those branching paths of time that seem to hold endless possibility be nothing more than a veil of ignorance into single end, or are we still driven by instinct and nature to explore every path in the labyrinth of fate? Perhaps the time for a change has come, or perhaps this was merely the result of curiosity. Her mind reached into the world within the shell. The wind change was sweeping across the mountainlands. Beyond another wind, they had an ablaze with star. Upon the frozen earth stood a city stronger than heaven itself, and where people of every nation had gathered as one. United Nation. Here they labor for dreams that had faded even before they could be fulfilled. Here they labor for descendant they would have never met. Here they labor for promise their creator have never kept. Here they labor for the star they sought to reach in the future. The progress that was born of wisdom from beyond the world was at this point already outpacing a century of gain. With each passing day, the human spirit yearned for all things new, as every young race once did in its innocence. Many a taboo, once considered inviolable, was now being broken, just as every overreaching desire was being fulfilled. They sought the root of human evolution so that a new generation might rise with sharper mind, stronger body. They trace the head rate water of every tongue, Hmm. Oh. Carrying truth once veiled by the sky to every corner of the world. The mystery once deemed as blasphemous were now spoken of freely to children in their classroom. The sky had never felt so close that they even believed they could challenge it. But it is no fairy tale of inheritance passed from the father to son. The judgment of the master of the heaven does not wait for mortal to gather their strength. Give enough time, they might indeed give rise to something great, something that could surpass all fate and design. These bars. But what of it? The world had never been prepared for them. That is the final verdict. Once the fall toward tentation began, no matter what path they take, the result is one and the same. Free will invites nothing but uncertainties and calamities. Such is the truth taught by the core laws of the cosmos. The mortal who stray beyond their bound must be dealt with, just as wayward branches upon a tree must be pruned. But is this truly the only answer to their ultimate question? Are miracles not termed thus precisely because they defy all reason? Yet for those of bygone age, the chance to seek the answer was already no more. The faint glow of the tree moon was not enough to veil the murderous wind stirred up by the falling star. Beyond the northern wind, the old capital rebels were from across the land gathered beneath the giant dome. The eldest daughter, once hailed as the morning star, now sat enthroned in the unforgivable sins. She raised the blade that once shattered the shackle placed on the people before ever growing rank of her follower. The herald ascended the high tower, preparing to proclaim her blasphemous word to the heaven. The final war is but to begin. I and already know what it is I seek. I would rather have freedom, hard-won thought, though it shall be, than the comfort of a shackles. It cast them down from their throne in the heaven and bring them before a justice beyond this world. Or be consumed by their fickle wrath, and perish alongside the eternal fate they have decreed. I believe not in everlasting prosperity. Heaven is not a thing that can be designed. I believe not in a crown of sevenfold radiance, and nor do I bear any hope that its light truly redeem all. I believe not in a song sung on bended knee, for this world is one that belongs to us. Wind brush against wind and the dry whispering hiss, for never since creation has so many angels gathered in one place. As if roused by thunder's war drum, beasts long forgotten by the world caught the scent of blood that tainted the divine. From lightless valley and the forest of the outer seas, the most ancient master of the earth also came forth to answer the call. The dragon. From the suffering ordained by fate, we have forged our own peace. Our great work has already surpassed their grace. The pale star burned beyond the false firmament, and its very existence will proclaim our victory. Even in failure, even in failure, new possibilities will arise. For those yet to come are also watching us. Behold, the star shine ever so bright tonight. Alright, this is Sarissa. Oh my god. These days, few visitors seek out the mountain man hill by the ah. Hello, good talk. But I didn't know this is Sarissa lore so. Winner below will arrive bearing gold etched invitation. In the wall, silver hair maiden was once among them. Oh. Though in those days, she had yet to become mage in the shadow. Nor had she knocked upon any gate concealing secret. She was merely court attending, following the Emperor of the North. The idea of Faye was always so also stale and wearing. Moreover, being a human, the maiden drew too many gaze from those who were not of her kind, so she quietly away from the banquet hall. Besides a human, unfortunately, the interior of the thousand-years-old structure was a veritable maze, and by the time the girl, intent only on going upward, realized her mistake, the way back was lost. To return, she would need to have to navigate a tangle of winding halls and endless stairs. As the moonlight played one trick after another through the window, witnessed uninhibited silence, the maiden finally found peace that had long eluded her. It was not until the master of the banquet, the princess of the Snigurushka, appeared behind her, that she realized the mistress of all frost and ice had also long since grown tired of her guests' cliché and banalities. Thus the two had already turned their back on the banquets, and so the mistress showed the maiden the painting, sculpture, and puzzle hidden away in the manor. The silver-haired maiden met them with a wit and acuity that had already set her apart. Finally, as their talk drew to a close, the princess of Snegurushka revealed the death craft of the Fae, an entire courtyard shaped from ice that never melt, with tower rising like pillar of salt, and trees that sway without palpable breeze, along with pale grass, frost flower rabbit, and even imposing moose. Everything unfolded at their feet, like dreams suddenly spilling from beside a slipper pillow, as though she caught longing in the maid night. The princess of Snugurushka, for our cautionary word, even the eyes that never melt, is but a creation of magic, and thus it cannot truly endure. What you see is but fleeting light and shadow, engraved in the blood of those who were once enslaved. Yet the servant of yore may still perform such a wondrous trick, while the human who were once their master can no longer reclaim their former glory. At their parting, the Snegoroshka princess fashioned for her a flower from silk. Unlike the elemental ice, while the vibrant hue of silk might fade, its substance will endure much longer. As she watched Snegoroshka pin the silken gift to her chest with her long slender finger, the maiden said with a smile, I thought you were only artful in how you wield power to shape all things from ice and snow. Axinia, Axinia, the princess replied, it is never the craft that is artful, but the heart. Axinia, this is a proof of our friendship. For now, no matter when I shall be delighted to receive you here. I was here, the young apprentice, following the silver hair, researching into shadow of the world. Beheld the ruin of once resplendent golden civilization laid waste by devastation. The tower, frozen in time and space, loomed like giant with shattered bodies, while the earth lay open as sweeping gash. It was blow that the master of the heaven had struck, a wound congealed upon the world since day long past. All dream of freedom had been annihilated, extinguished as fast as snow beneath a scorching sun. A cruel reaping made every seed of rebellion before it cleaved and sprout. Even so, the researcher who had witnessed it all pressed on through the rooms, seemingly oblivious to the danger, moving deftly as if dancing across tightrope on a blade of ice. Are you not afraid? The path you walk, the path once trod upon by those before you, ended in nothing but destruction. Are you not afraid the threshold you seek to cross is long shattered, and the stars severed by the high heaven? The silver-haired researcher listened quietly to the young apprentice's plea for cautious, even as she continued to sketch the dissolved grand undertaking never meant to be. As they spoke, the researcher called that recalled that the Dimovoy before her was actually slightly older than herself, but she did not sneer at the fear born of witnessing the collapse of grand civilization. On the contrary, she looked straight into those trembling eyes and to the very core of the other being. The fire may be lit, might have been lit, but what remains today is but its long cold grave. We do this not to take on another legacy, but to see clearly by the firelight. So fear not, for even if we are unable to step into new world, there will be other after us who can go on step further. And fear not, for even if we cannot cross the new threshold, our bones shall serve as next step for other to climb. This is very researcher. A girl no longer placed her pen in the apprentice's hand. The young dinner boy hand grew heavy. Dinner boy, not from the feather, but the sheer weight of research and conviction. It was signed before Sarissa, who now rules Nesnaya, had ascended the throne in the Poliani Palace, a time when the land of ice and snow had not yet, due to Harbinger, forbidden all practice of art of alchemy. Somewhere beneath the long shadow of Snow King, a young alchemist with long black hair was finally being unshackled, so he could conduct research that would defy every single taboo in research. To the young man, the world was but an assemblage of elements, and meaning was something that could only be found on the maternal plane. To him, life was but a incidental puzzle assembled by nature over millennia, a mosaic that human intellect, reigning sovereign over all, could freely cut and paste at will. And as he grew wing on four-legged beasts, and insect wing and cascade on tiger and leopard, though his reshaping of life impressed many of his peers, he remained unsatisfied. After all, beasts were but life governed by witless soul, whereas the vessel of those possessing intellect should be far more complex and fascinating. Finally, in the move that was all but suicide, he turned his hand toward the Fae, who still held power at the time. This should have been the end of a young man's life. Instead, his crime drew the attention of the Snow King, who sent him to labor at the institute where all taboos are touched, where lines were mere suggestion and the basis for further experiment. It was on that very afternoon the gloomy alchemist first met the silver-haired maiden. However, her gentle word and tenderness only wounded his pride, driven by spite, or perhaps by desire to provoke her into fear and drive her away. The alchemist used the brief moment of their handshake to work a secret art, causing her ears to grow within her palm. I see now, so this is the art you have mastered. This will be great use to our endeavor indeed. The maiden covered her mouth with the hand that bore the ears and whispered to it. It was only when she saw the confusion on the alchemist's face that she realized that he could no longer hear through the ears in her palm. It was, after all, meant to be just temporary modification of the flesh used in secret art, nothing more than a loathsome prank. The astral organ soon fell away like scab, dissolving into puddle might. The maiden, however, felt a trace of regret. It was quite fascinating. However, you should understand that there are strict rules and procedure in this place. The next time you intend to attempt such a thing, remember to submit requests to me beforehand. Also, time is short, and your schedule is written here. Damn. The encounter left the dark-haired young man in a trance-like state for the rest of the afternoon. In these days, he perceived something invisible, something intangible, the roots above material life, and the world was no longer a mere puzzle of countless incidental haphazardly pieced together. But he found something that strong, yet also stirred within him. They both found love. There was time when primordial venom and primal light clashed in a corner unseen by the heaven gaze. If a love, a furrow, and an ambition and just greater than the world itself were to take shape, they had to be born and kindled in place unseen by any eyes.
It was a design that could not endure the slightest deviation in its course, and an experiment that stood with a hairbreadth from a world-spanning madness. It was almost as if someone had stayed the hand of fate itself, forcing coin toss after coin toss until the desired outcome was reached. Perhaps only through upheaval at the periphery can certain possibility pass through layer upon layer of constraint and be captured and brought into being by plan among most absurd. Once upon a time, at behest of snow-king burdened by sin and remorse, a group of people were sent by a task with a single purpose to seek the stairway leading to vacancy in the court of the star, a passage to a place where worry and sorrow will no longer trouble them ever again. Countless day and night of toil passed as the Snow King Company was driven through an unending succession of forbidden acts and designed to ruin of ancient civilization. All to trace the faint outline of dream was shaped by the primordial golden realm and bring forth a vast embryo long hidden in shadow. The ancient domovoy Alvis cast his gaze past the princess of this new Gurushka and the brooding long-haired alchemist as he rose from his high stool. An amiable yet unloving old man, the great lord of Kittelsgrad, who had monopolized the city mining industry since its founding, raised his wine cup toward her and said, it is hard to imagine such a great undertaking ultimately being led and completed by human, but we are all aware of what you have given, such that you could reach, and it will surpass everything left by those who came before in the blink of single life, Sinya, Aksinya, and you have every right to take pride in their achievement. It could not have been easy for the mobile lord, who had always held humanity in little regard to make such pronounce. The girl recalled their very first encounter, the deep disgust and fear of humankind barely concealed in his eyes. But none of that mattered any longer, for the fairy hope and the seven were of no consequence next to the Snow King's grand dream. Beside this noble boy, who had appeared time and again throughout the history of the snowbound kingdom, had all along, really imparted all he knew to her, and he also provided counsel of many matters. In some sense, he had already become both mentor and friend to the silver-haired girl. And so she too raised her goblet, spilling a little of the bitterness that had been poured into it along the way. Indeed, the movie eye, as she saw warm, earnest affection and the elder might feel toward a younger. He was given a towering man upon the throne, given the celebration of her birth to the Lord of Ice and Frost, whose years spanned the long age, the blossoming of human life passed in mere blink of an eye. He still remembered wandering in the world of shadow. There he recalled Lady Shatter's golden homeland, the mother he had never met. Over there he discovered the secret of Hyperboreas, and that had been buried in the deepest reach. Finally, the answer about him said that he had perceived for thousands of years, but nothing he learned was enough to free him from the endless pain and doubt. For more often than not, wisdom is but a curse in disguise. Countless time thereafter, he walked into the ruin in the shadow, pondering whether he should shoulder such a burden. For in this day and age, none remain who will demand the responsibility and burden he had been made to bear. Days until one day he passed by a broken structure filled with life-sustaining devices from age past. Those must have been the effort of the ancient to endure into the future. He thought as the blade of the heaven hung ever lower over them, though he had seen such devices in the distant past. The one he encountered there were either broken or had otherwise failed. This time was different. Among the darkened device, one suddenly flickered to life, as if it had sensed something. It was like a random number appearing in a cold calculation. A small, otherwise insignificant blip suddenly magnified beyond all proportion. He had opened the fragile hatch as if opening a treasure chest. Inside he found unconscious yet still alive, a silver-haired infant. Thank you for the gift, said the young lady. As she sat upright and touched the fresh piercing in her ears. Her earlobe was still burning a little. The king of North returned to the present moment. The young lady who was all grown up spoke her thanks with a hint of probing intent. What can I give you in return? She asked. It was a question to which no answer was really needed, but all of a sudden, a longer lingering sadness set over his heart like frost. And then he relented and told the young man of the vision he had once held, perhaps had held for far too long. Yeah. Honestly, I get half of it, but it will piece together on its own eventually. Trust me. All right, good law reading. Now time to change game. Time to change game, chat.
All right. Let's go. Uh,
Otherwise, it's people far.
タイミングバッチリです。もうちょっと遅かったら仕込みに戻っちゃうとこでした。のんびり座ってまったりパンケーキ、それでいいですよね。もうこんな時間ですね。おまけのクリームはいかがですか？ゴー！少々お待ちを。
I want to see something, Jet. Let's see if I can find them. No, this is the wrong one. Yeah, someone. Did they change it? I think they changed it. Can't see it anymore. What happened? Dun, dun, dun. Maybe different date. なあなあ。Wata wata na. Wata wata. I think they did change it. No. My child. Where? It's gone. And alright. Let's just do the weak play. Dun dun dun. Alright. I will try. I will try Pyros on this dude. I want to see what will happen. Pyros. Damn. Pyros, not bad. Oh my god. Finally I sneezed.
言い残すことな死は間もなく。これがいつ風は過去を吹き出し、あなたもよ。さあ、風の旋盤。お前の風は私が飛び当たる。
All right. Nice. This one. Try the Pyros or Belina team? Already did Belina last week. Then think that's better for the Yo, hold it. Hold on. Can I just restart? Is that possible? What will happen? Yeah. Aura. What?
Quick break.
Yes. Oh, these two are so good too. That's also good.
消えることはない炎両断しろF実よ天へと昇れ剣を抜け共に剣を取ろう降幕
He cook.
Yo, Parois, what you gotta say? Wow, the response for Parois. Wow, crazy. Thank you, Parois. Looking for your insight. Oh shit, nearly. I see them the Jojo Polo.
へと登れ。行断しろ。剣術プレイ共に剣を取ろう。
Hell yeah.
消えることのない炎。行断しろ。デス実よ、天へと登れ。
Holy shit, man.
共に剣を取ろう。降幕。
That's crazy. I'll go with the middle one. Here's pick that one. That one is so good. That one's also good. That one's also good. How many? 40 crit rate, crazy. 196 crit damage, crazy. That's a lot of damage, my guy. Ooh, yes, that was good. And that one's also really good. Another one.
天へと昇れ。行断しろ。
Ow. Random eyes just swing on me. Yo, me versus me, that's crazy.
サブリちゃん、電話はまだ切れてません。余裕ってか。FM は1を、おしゃべりは2を。いや、エーテリアスにはもしもーし、これがあんたのマスタですよ。
共に剣を。
天の雲レシ
サブリちゃん、あんたに見てたで。突撃。あ、でかい。
剣を抜け。
お詫び申し上げます。
Oh, wait. Wrong character.
今日の星は
消えることはない。炎、光爆。烈日よ、天へと昇れ。
天の雲レシ
剣術プレイ、この作戦。
共に剣を。行断しろ。消えることはない。炎、
天の雲レシ
最大出撃。
烈日よ、天へと昇れ。
Bro, how many is that? 194! Plus 3,500.
行断しろ。共に剣を。
Internet crazy man. See, we got 1 for Virois. Wow. Alright. Area patrol, lemma photography. Crazy lemma. I need to farm. There's knees, right? Yeah. It's also I need money. Oh, that's too little. Gotta farm money now.
我が永遠に不滅永劫の炎我が永遠に不滅
行くば風の方向を聞いて。わらお別れここまで。風の方向を聞いて。
Alright. Oh, please. To do the event. The Remir is coming. Oh god, I can't. Oh wait, we can't do the event yet. Belina. $35. Are you watching the videotape? I wonder what it's about. Hey, you was. I appreciate you helping me out about the city and stuff. Alright, hold on, chat. I need to go to the toilet. I am back. Epic. Alright. Bruh. Your stars? You're the movie manager?
これはまた懐かしいもの。星空の城は僕たち兄弟が小さい頃に好きだったアニメ映画でね。リンにせがまれて探した時は見つからなかったのに、まだ現物があったとは。
まあそれは巡り合わせね。店長さんにとって思い入れのあるビデオならおそらく問題のある内容ではなさそうかしら。
Aha. Hey, you joined that.
まあこうしてビデオ屋をやっている以上、問題のある作品もいろいろとあったし、思い入れがあるからセーフというわけでもないけれど、これについては保証するよ。
それならよかったわ。
I just realized this
もし
is his
違法
fucking
な内容
bedroom.
だったら後に続く手続きがとても厄介なことになるもの。そうなると今度はあなたが好きだったというおとぎ話の方が気になってくるわね。
My taste? Oh,
隣
God.
で一緒に見ていかない？
What the fuck? My view went from 5 to 4? How do you decrease in view? Did somebody just pull their eyes out or something? What happened?
もちろん無理にとは言わないけれど、どうかしら。
Endorser? It's an endorser and they didn't. Oh. Okay, let's do it.
構わないよ。むしろいい機会をありがとう。ベリナさんが思い出のアニメをどう評価するのか、僕も気になりだしていたんだ。
It is faded retro animation frame. Here began on thriving island that float among the stars. These people support each other and live in quiet prosperity. Time until pilot from ground crash land on the island during a rest stop. A storm that pleases shatter. The street of the sky grow curious about the vast world below, while those on the ground become enchanted by the sky and abundance. An exchange began between the two, and over time, their purple began to diverge and merge. But the city of stars cannot bear the weight of every longing gaze. Oh, brilliant, far from the sky on the pitch dark night. After that, she can no longer tell the sky from the earth. Now on the night when the moon and stars shine bright, all that remains is distant whispering legend.
これは一見すると童話のようだけど、実際は偶話ね。なかなか考えさせられる内容だわ。
I didn't think much of it when I was a kid. To carry this kind of meaning.
昔はちっとも気がつかなかったな。画面を埋め尽くす星空や飛行船にただ夢中だった。こんなテーマが込められた作品だったなんてリンが驚くよ。
兄弟で思い出話の種にでもしてくれたら持ってきた甲斐があるというものだわ。とはいえ本来の目的に話を戻すと、この映画で描写されていることは私たちにとって不適切と言わざるを得ないわ。
Real time? Is it about sky? No way, right?
いやいやまさか。確かに空飛ぶ島は出てくるけれど、フィクションにはよく登場するモチーフだ。少し見方が厳しいんじゃないか？
もちろん そのくらいなら目くじらは立てないわ。なら星空の城を取り仕切っているのが三姉妹という設定はどう思うかしら。
This kind of setting is pretty common.
いや、まあ往々にして創作ものは3という数字にこだわりがちなんだ。他にも7とか11とか
7,
リンガーさん
11.
も深くは気にしないんじゃないか。
But no, there's no 4. No, I would say 3 more. 7 not 4. 11 for the Harbinger.
それだけじゃないわ。共存できていた2つの種族が最終的に分かたれてしまうというお話でもあったわね。
Well, no happy ending. It's pretty different.
それも少し違うというか、ボンプと人間はお互い助け合っているけれど、星空の城は一見すると仲がいいだけで、彼らの融和は確執を伴うものだったようだし。
そして何よりあの銀髪の悪役、念頭に固執するあまり事態を悪化させ、最後は道家になり下がってしまった妻子は、
ほらほらほらほらほらほらほら。
私への当てつけじゃないかしら。似たような地位にいながら大した成果も上げていないと。
It's an old movie, so, huh?
それはさすがにこじつけたベリナさん。これはかなり昔の映画なんだから。
Yeah. How wise.
大丈夫よ、店長さん。本当にそう思っているわけではないわ。けれど、ロスカリファの住民たちの中には、この映画に何らかの示唆を見出してしまう人もいるかもしれない。私の主観は置いておくとして、店長さんはどうかしら。この映画はあなたのお気に入りだけれど、あなたの目から見て、これはロスカリファに普及しても問題ない作品と言える？
Promoted? It shouldn't be. I understand concern, but
僕はただ深読みさせる意図で作られた映画ではないと思っただけさ。あくまで子供向けだしね。
制作者の意思を尊重するということね。ビデオ屋の店長さんらしい考え方だわ。けれど、こんな批評を聞いたこともあるんじゃないかしら。作品は世に出た瞬間、作者だけのものではなくなる。作品に対する解釈は多種多様で、未熟な人ほど他人の解釈を鵜呑みにしてしまいがちだわ。だからおとぎ話といっても侮ることなく、様々な角度から吟味しないといけないの。そして星空の城はあなたも言ったように子供がターゲットの作品。誰かが悪意を持ってこの作品を扇動に使うことがあれば、無垢な若い子やボンプたちは店長さんのように一線を引いてくれるかしら。
I see.
まあ確かに6割がボンプだものな。
それはひとえにロスカリファという場所が特殊なせいだもの。地上で暮らしていた店長さんからしたらそういう感想になるのも無理ないわ。ロスカリファは常に外の世界を警戒している。それは事実だし、中には地上の人たちを快く思わない住民がいることも確かだわ。でもそうしたことであなたのように地上から来た人を煩わせないのが私の仕事だから、安心してちょうだい。
How did they watch the movie? The TV is over there. There's it to sit, but there's also the bed, so did they just watch on the bed? With you, I have nothing to worry about.
おかげさまで快適さ。 本当にベリナさんは頼もしいよ。まさ
あら、褒めても何も出ないわよ。でもこの映画はそうね、あなたたちに預けておこうかしら。
That really works.
いいのかい？リンにも見せられたらと思っていたんだ。オベッカは使ってみるものだな。
Oh.
あら、勘違いしてはいけないわ。外務警察局としてお客様に便宜を図る一環というだけよ。それにあなたたちならこの繊細な映像メディアを託すのにうってつけだもの。あくまで個人的なコレクションに留めておくことと、貸し出しは一切禁止でお願いするわね。
No, I'm renting it.
そういうことならもちろん。うっかりレンタルの棚に並べてしまわないよう気をつける。
Bro, this race is crazy.
それが聞けて安心だわ。じゃあ私はそろそろ失礼させてもらおうかしら。このビデオをロスカリファに持ち込もうとした人たちについては、ただのうっかりか、それとも思惑あってのことか、じっくり聞かせてもらうとしましょう。
The winner smiling. It's kind of scary.
おっと、目が笑ってないぞ。誰か知らないけれどご愁傷様だな、これは。
With that, we finish our review. How did you at the Academy enjoy this game? Guys. Time for our customary selfie. Heading out. Okay, let's go play. Normal. No worries, it's actually fine. I have to go and check it out. Okay. Wait. Is she not here? I guess she is not here. Let's do this person. Yep. Do you have any class? Today, how's your work life? School is not too much, is it? Not because today, if everything is too little. Oh, should I have pack rather than have a carefree school life? I want both! Hey, alright, sama sila. Let's go ahead and let's be way better. Bang boom. This part will do. So how has school been with you? The students of the academy are innocent and sheltered, and you unit status might spot some excessive because I hope that hasn't caused you any trouble. That's why I usually talk to school. I think it's one special treatment. I see I was trying to help you settle faster, but if I end up making things worse instead. So it's pretty good. It doesn't actually feel too bad being treated like a panda treated. Given as a transfer to learn, I already made plenty of friends at the academy. Everyone loved hearing my story about history, and in turn, I get a ton of info about Skyper. That the best history and fun place to go. To enjoy your new academy life. That's for my entity. The novelty can dampen your judgment sometime. If you ever decide that the academy life is for you, that's alright. I shall use my connections to find you a new place, as is my duty. So you're my guardian? So you're my parent? Is that why you're willing to consider me? I'll be very grateful. After all, it was ESD invitation that had you leaving your home behind. As administrative editor, I do best. I'm responsible for that. Regular academic operates under ESD, by principle, I'm responsible for the future of every student here. That naturally includes you. In any case, I hope you have an enjoyable campus life. You can come to me if you have any issue. I wish right now. I haven't joined any club. Got any recommendation? I don't much about the hobbies club there, right? There either. How about asking a teacher later? As for a practical club, they're mostly connected with the 5 central department. The academy runs a lot of field study events. They actually run study events too? Of course, anyone really want that? Maybe because of their previous running into corruption, the students there are tough, hardworking, and full of potential. True diamond rough. Students who regularly participate in those events often end up pursuing career related to the field. Perhaps you should consider joining the extended department once you graduate. I'm gonna ask my family. I need to run a bit of this stuff. As a kid, I know you carry a lot of skill and past. Can't let go. You eventually head out to somewhere far beyond sky for just a brief stop on your journey. Who knows when we cross back again? Oh, we'll be even by then. That seems a bit too much. I'm just a small-time video store manager, that's all. What about you, Ben? If you could graduate all over again, which is different path? Now that I think about it, becoming a teacher at the academy or opening a tea house on my own will be much more comfortable life. In the end, I should end up joining ESD. I don't believe in fate, but I do believe in countless small choices I made up to now. They are what carried me from where I was to where I am. It's the same for yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Even if you start over, life doesn't change that easily. That makes sense. Just remember, I'll always be here, ready to help however I can. As when it comes to fun play and activity for leisure, I can provide even more options that your classmates likely don't even know exist. Good day, manager. Apologize for intrusion. Do you have a moment? I'm bored of mine. I've been waiting for you. Ooh. In that case, will you be so kind to come with me for a while? Probably remember the little myself not too long ago, the one involving my vacation plan. An unforgettable memory, a precious memory. I deeply wanted to hear you say that. Today just so happened to be the first day of my vacation, and if I could spend it with you, nothing would make me happy. Whoa, date! Date! You've been living here for a while now, so I imagine getting quite a unique perspective on this place. It's my hometown, so I'm curious. What do you make of Roscalfa? Of this secluded utopia hidden away from the rest of the world? I got nothing but praise. I got nothing but praise, bro. Nothing but praise. Please, feel free to speak your mind. The one inviting you is merely a friend who enjoys afternoon tea, and other administrative director busy calculating gains and losses. Besides, there's no need for you to take my little curiosity so seriously, manager. If you're too caught up trying to express your opinion to actually enjoy the vacation, then great. I don't want you to worry about this. For the rest of the vacation, Natty set the tone quite like a tea party. As luck will have it, a couple more had just come up with new product if you're interested, manager. Right in the middle of talking with Lena about tea, snare her knock time out of nowhere. And stay aside with slightly apologizing look to check, then come back like nothing happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, manager. You good? Did you book stuff? Shit, I'll see just now. Don't be worried, just mind hiccup, nothing to stress about. Compared to that, black tea for better complement a vacation. Thing is believing, or in this case, tasting. Why don't you sample that sweet rosy flavor yourself, manager? Then we can talk about her. Let's go. Oh, is this? It's here. It's here. couple more. Oh, tadi kata there. Nice, tapi cakap. Boh. Huh, someone already went ahead and set up a tea step for us, manager. And Mr. That has been like, oh, and you must be the manager. A pleasure. I took a liberty of preparing some refreshment. I'm certain you like them. Sorry, I'm really busy today, so let's skip this small talk. However, I told you not too long ago that we'll discuss this in the future. Of course, I'll comply with your wishes. So think of this as just casual get-together, some good company and conversation. Savoring the lingering note on the rose black tea while chatting about the perfect holiday game, surely won't refuse my invitation, will you? So she's the one who just contacted Helena. All that fake sweetness, she never got alter motive. This is cool. This is about it, John. Jumping on my vacation plan and my food preference, I let this valuation of privacy slide for now. But imagine the valid guess of the standard change strategy department. If you think of dragging them into this, oh my, this comes something. Did I miss it that to finally get out day off? And I thought I'd take a chance to be a little person, but I just want to show some goodwill. Nothing with that now, is there? Not so insincere. One person report with you. It's my don't worry, Major. Leave it to me. Oh, fair enough. Let's all sit down first. We wouldn't want to let these freshness break freshly go to waste. You see how we share tea and refreshment. The conversation start staying perfectly friendly. There's something feel off because it's pretty lazy with an undercurrent of tension. And what resulted from that is a headache that left you barely able to taste the tea and treat. The base of this black tea is rather unique, and the floral flavor surface first, then slowly sink into the brew, leaving a lingering finish that keep you coming back. Indeed, the tartness of the citrus doesn't just balance out the sugar cube, it brings out the tea's natural sweetness too. The flavor has depth and is different every level. No, you're quite the aspect, Miss Helena. Looks like my whole deep and mysterious good to act. Backfire on you. Speaking of which, I have some connection with the chaos supplier. There are quite a few exclusive ingredients you won't find anywhere in Roscofford. If, Mr. Letter, you're interested. I reach the top. Right now, I'm just a guest at a private tea party. Not that Mr. Letter, no need to go through all that trouble for me. Besides, you probably won't be used to anything that doesn't have the Roscofford flair. Thank you for the heads up. Oh, I see, you seem quite used to it now. Maybe we don't need something novel. How about, but how and whom that way above our faker? Are we really talking about tea right now? The more I listen, the more confused. Is this our official stance on of the ASD? Just some little advice with the tea party, guys. I see, I take a suggestion without my serious and give it some thought. Fucking politic, bro. Finally, I have one last important question. Go ahead. Do you like the tea party? That would depend on what our host has planned at. That to me is really not know. Before we say goodbye, let me make one thing clear. The manager here was asking about the original plan for the little meetup. Naturally, otherwise this party would have never happened. I didn't expect it to be so close. This is the first time we've seen Miss so openly show her aggressive side. And on this rare holiday, you choose to enjoy the very first day with the manager. Allow me to be blunt, but the candidate for arrogant, but we must continue the bloodline! The bloodline must continue! The arrogant bloodline, holy shit! No way! Allow me to be blunt, but the candidate for arrogant family betrothal have been up in the air for years now. Could it be that you, manager? Oh, thank you. This is what I've been asking for, Hoyo. We one step closer to dating, holy shit. What is even going on? Anyway, I ordered to Ultimate. I was trying to figure out which one. suggestion that fast on my own. Well then, wishing you both fantastic holiday. Goodbye. Oh. Oh my. The unexpected guest paid the bill, left behind an enormous tip for the shop owner, then tumbled out the door in a high spirit. Apologies, Major. You must be in the dark right now. I'm probably not in the mood to enjoy the refreshment either. This is your vacation, you know. Liquor is also out. Oh, since you already know part of it, I'm going to give you an explanation. This is the best place for this, shall we?
ご主人様、カッパーモーメントへようこそ。本日も良い。
Damn, why so far away? Dun dun dun. Here's the place. Why have you seen along the way? I don't know, I just see people. Return soldier, legit person, street vendor? That's right, you are sharp as always. But what if I told you some of them are playing both sides, loyal to the aspect department and the merchant association at the same time? Or more likely for the extended stage in the department on top of their day job. What will you make of that? Oh! Well, most thing in the world are black and white, and the part our post is no exception. You can deny that this area of grey have their place too, at least in short term. By the way, she didn't deny when she said that, by the way. Yeah, I just say by the way twice. You know it's in times. California always been strict when it comes to screening foreign supply, but with your perceptiveness, I'm sure you noticed there's a black market here. Of course, smuggling contraband is strictly off limit. The External Strategy Department have been part of shutting down those trade networks since day one. It's that they are ambiguous things that cannot be neatly defined by the foreign affairs regulation and cause no real harm. Sometimes there's no need to keep them out of the sky. Every tip. The orange shoulder! Not exactly. The Mitchell Association external procurement and the catalog has to go through legislative review, but regulation are interpreted by people and people are flexible. And much association profit from this gray area. But that profit almost also meet citizen needs and add some flavor to city life. You probably already figured out that uninvited guests now this is what they were after. That's when the gray zone. Do you agree? A small time administrative director doesn't have that kind of power. If you don't want to answer, mine would probably be great too. This is something with many tangled roots. It will have to be done step by step at all different angles and ensure that people truly want it. No matter how many justifications there are, black market simply shouldn't exist. They should be steadily shut down. If we allow this kind of transactions to continue unchecked, we lose our opportunity to reform in the room. Besides, if in the end we must rely on the power from a external source, what's the point of Rascalify even existing? So depending on their next move, I'll give them their financial responsibility for whatever comes with it. Are you going to keep track on them? Did they report to you? Did I mention it? They can slip me flavor from beyond Rascalify, so naturally I have my own vintage I look for them to savor. In other words, the merchant tradition trading network is exactly black and white either. I knew for up there is some kind of spy with it. Let you imagine run wild. This whole thing been a real headache. I finally got things short today. Be around my head much clearer. I finally got a grasp on the complicated profit and connection within. And yeah, I will apologize for dragging into this. I did literally was exactly fun. I'll hold you and install not like this. If they actually wish to go manager, I'll be more than happy to come along. Justification, Emerson to Puff. I see. Alright, overdose. Ah! Bro, I'm overdosing them, bro. Josh, holy shit. Okay, Oh, evening. Watching the crowd weave through the center pub always set in my mind. Usually caught up in different issue. It's right they are. They overthink it. Do you think I plan this vacation because I'm tired and training on the vacation? Usually the reasoning will hold up, but for me, there are many things about this job that I actually consider so. So if something bothering me, I simply deal with it and move on. And if something bothering me, if someone bothering me, that is something I'm feeling will say. Don't worry, I have plenty of patience, even when dealing with troublesome people. So are you on vacation? Don't tell me you're here just to keep me company. Ooh. Why not? Uh, Judging by your search, it's clear you don't believe me. It's I need to do better in the future. A good host should make their guests feel like they are the only one that matter. Let me think about what I have to say. Oh yeah, remember that time mission Roman just said a while back? Yeah, I have vague memory, yes. The truth is, the message come from my mother. It was the same as always, catching up on the ongoing home change story. But right before we hung up, with me, she me a random suggestion. No, take a long break, have a stroll around the city. Nobody really asks anything of me, but when she does, I do not refuse. Because I figured she was just like you, concerned about my state at work. But the explanation did nothing to clear up my confusion. My mother never worried about that. It was until we spent our not so vacation together, watching the crowd wander through the park, that I seem to now finally understand what she was trying to do. I have no actually idea what you're talking about. I think I gotta get it. Yes. Let's look back where we started. State Street, the outer ring of the peninsula. Even to many places with a spectrum of noble and heinous acts. So why do you think Roscalliford is good a little utopia cut off from the rest of the world? That's the answer. I can't say that off the top of my head. It's fine if your answer is instinctive. If it needs thought, reasoning, or even fabrication, then I don't consider it's your answer. Because I'm the same way. I find the question just as hard to answer. In other words, I've been avoiding it for far too long. But sometimes all it takes is a brief detour of the beaten path, a long vacation, a trail of footsteps to give you opportunity to ask your heart once more. Maybe that's what my mother was trying to remind me. It's really complicated. Why not keep it simple? Why don't you just take it easy and so bad? Especially someone else consider that you around. Then I just stay here quietly a while longer. I tend to get his forget, but how I seem to drift somewhere much further away. The water murmurs, the shadow trees way, and without word it will sit in tacit silence. Until a weirdly familiar phone notification chime at the worst possible moment. That phone again. Let's go from inside this day, we heard from one. Actually, there's something go wrong with all my friends, and she been trying to space her petrol attention this time. What the hell about me? I'm just for such a undignified farewell. I'm personally deliver my project before the next vacation. Come on then. Goodbye, my vacation. Let's say quick goodbye and head out. She's so busy. We should ever actually get a next vacation. Damn. Alright, chat. I'm gonna end it for now. Tomorrow, tomorrow will be Blue Archive, a new story. So yes, I'm gonna play that. And now we're gonna continue on CCG, clearing everything else on Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, anyway. That's all for now. Really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.